Hello everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at this 2014 Mercedes-Benz E250 AMG Sport. And today's review is taking place at Shane Connolly Motors, situated just outside Ballybofey in County Donegal. And for all contact information regarding this garage, just see the description box below. So in today's review, we'll be looking at the interior of the car. I'll explain how the features work. We'll also start up, look at the engine, go over the performance data, and take a look around the exterior. So let's get started. Leather armrests, as well as 4 one-touch automatic windows with power folding exterior mirrors. And also located down here is just the button for releasing the boot, as well as a small storage area. Full electric driver's seat. It has half leather, half suede seats as well, which look very nice. And also there is some suede pattern located just here on the door as well, with white stitching. This car has 19,945 miles on the clock so far. As you can see, it's the traditional Mercedes key fob with the chrome accenting. So we'll just insert it down here. And then just apply the foot brake and turn the key to power on the car. So this car is a full leather wrapped 3-spoke multifunction steering wheel with electronic rack and pinion power assist. Very nice feedback, and also is perforated off to each side here, as you can see. And you got your standard controls, so you got your radio and voice command controls as well as the Bluetooth, and then you got your trip computer controls here. We'll just look through the computer very briefly. So you got the mileage here. If I press up, you have a digital speedometer, your trip distance, as well as your eco display. So when you're driving along, then little meters will move up and down depending on your driving style, and then just your average fuel consumption, and that's pretty much it really. Very easy to use. And also you got your headlights here. So right now they're in automatic mode, and also if you turn them all the way over to the left towards this P here, that'll just turn on your exterior parking lights. And also you got your rear fog light controls located here. And also the cruise control stock is just located down there. Now most cars tend to have the gearbox located right around there, but what Mercedes have decided to do for the E-Class is actually put it up here in this stock. Now this is actually very nice and easy to use, so it is. I'm just going to demonstrate how it works. As you can see, there is a digital display there. So you got this button here. As you can see, when you press that, that engages either neutral or park. So if I just apply the foot brake and push all the way down, it engages drive, and all the way up for reverse, and then just press in the button and it engages park. It is a 7-speed Tiptronic gearbox, and I believe this is the only transmission available for this car. And as a matter of fact, most of the Mercedes range, especially the high-end models like the E-Class, are only available with this particular transmission. And also Mercedes these days are still going with this foot operated park and brake. It's actually a pretty old feature, but Mercedes seem to like it, so they're sticking with it. You just pull this here to release it. As you can see, there's a little pedal there. Press that in to engage. So if we take a look down here in the center console, you can see this button here with the 3 letters E, S and M written on it. So if we just look up here, you can see the E is already highlighted in green. That stands for economy mode. Next one is sport mode, and the final one is manual mode. And when in manual mode, if I just zoom out here, you got these very nice paddle shifters mounted on the back of the steering wheel. The left one for shifting down, and of course the right one for shifting up. I'll just press it again and put it back into economy mode. And another nice feature I noticed, and obviously you'd see this a lot better at night, if I just turn on the headlights here and just zoom in on this dial, for example, got very nice LED backlights. So this car does have quite a lot of features. So the first one I'm going to show you is this little thing up here in the dashboard. Now this here is the Parktronic system. I'm just going to demonstrate it. I'll just let out the parking brake and engage drive. And as you can see, it illuminates in orange. Now this Parktronic system, what it does is if I was to drive, for example, towards that garage there, them lights would start to flash and also the parking sensors would start to chime. So this here just lets you know if you're coming very close to an object. Now there is also one in the back of the car as well, up in the roof, although in this particular sunlight and with this camera you can't really see the LEDs too well. But it's pretty handy to have, it's a good safety feature. Now also on the dashboard, as you can see, it's very nicely trimmed. A nice little bit of aluminium here, and you got your lovely vents as well as the very stylish analog clock with chrome surround. So we'll take a look at the multimedia system. Just power on the radio. Sound quality is actually very good. So we'll just turn it down. Now, like what you find in BMWs, there's a wheel down here for navigating through the multimedia system. You also got your return button located here and cancel here. This button here actually turns off the display, as you can see there. I just press it again to activate it. So you can scroll the wheel left and right and move it up, down, left and right as well. So let's get to it. If I press up, I can navigate through the navigation, audio, telephone, video. I believe this car takes DVDs. If you pop one in, it will play up on the screen there, as well as the main system and the internet. So first off, let's take a look at the navigation. It's a very nice system and very easy to use, I find. You got your time up in the top left, and if I just zoom in on the screen here, you got your distance measurement here, and I press right, up, down or left or whatever direction, as you can see the miles there change to your distance. Very, very nice system to use. And you can just zoom all the way in or all the way out. So to get out of that, you just push in on the wheel, press up, and you can select between your audio here, go to the radio stations, up again, your telephone directory when you have your Bluetooth paired. Video, as I said, you need to insert a disc to operate that feature. And then in the system, you got other controls down here, so it will actually do a digital display of this analog clock, as you can see clearly. I press down and left, you can go into the settings, so you can just operate pretty much everything here from your display, the Linguatronic, which is the voice command system, your Bluetooth, and so on. So if I hit return, I can adjust things like the time as well. You can have it set automatically or manually, and you can also just turn off the display as well. And when you have your phone connected to the Bluetooth system in this car, you can also surf the internet, so you can manually enter in a web address there. And if I hit return, you can do things such as go through the internet favorites, any apps that Mercedes have, you can look at them, as well as internet radio, which would include things like Spotify, I'd imagine. And that really is the basis of this multimedia system. It's incredibly easy to use and very nice to use, actually. I was expecting it to be a bit more complicated than it is, but maybe I'm just used to using some BMW systems, I don't know. So we'll just turn off the radio and take a look at the rest of the center console. So of course you can operate the radio manually down here. You got your preset stations, you got things such as selecting between the radio, the CD player, the navigation, and so on. Down here you got your buttons. So this one here, 3-stage heated seats for the passenger and also for the driver, indicated by the LEDs. You can turn on and off your parking sensors, your economy mode, which is illuminated in green. If I press that, it turns it off there. Your standard hazards, and also this here will collapse the rear headrests. And down here you got your dual zone climate control. So all the buttons are very nicely laid out. You just press down here to change the temperature and press up to raise it. You got things such as recycling, max AC, different zone selection. If I press this here, it also adjusts the mode. Very nice digital readout. I think we'll set the temperature down a little bit. It's quite warm today. And also coming down here, you got your two storage areas. So you got one here and one here, decent in size, you know, for things like some spare change, as you can see. And also you got yourself a 12-volt power outlet. And just press it once more. Press up on this. As you can see, you got a very deep storage compartment, as well as two plugins. One of them is a USB. Actually, that just reminds me, I'm not entirely sure what the other plugins for. I know it's you know, for the media interface, but as you can see, you got the plugs here in this bag, which has actually never been opened. So you got your auxiliary and USB plugs there. This particular plug goes into that other jack beside the USB. Well, the box itself is decent enough in size. It's also illuminated. And then we get on to the seats. Very, very comfy and supportive. And I really like this suede in the center. I believe Mercedes call that particular suede microfiber. And also you got your illumination here, as well as your motion sensor. So let's go ahead and take a look at the back seats. AMG floor mats. Legroom back here is quite good. Got your storage areas in the back of each front seat. Also has loads and loads of headroom. And also this here is the rear Partronic as well. I don't know if you can see it very well because it's black and it's got a black headliner. But this is it right here, and the orange lights just illuminate there when you engage reverse. As well as your reading lamps. Center mounted armrest with a couple of storage areas. So you got one there. Another one there with two cup holders. Rear ventilation. And if I press this here, you got a little storage area, or it could be used as an ashtray, as well as another power outlet. This car also has an auto-dimming interior mirror. So let's turn on the vehicle's power. As well as the headlights, rear fog lamps, and the hazards. And of course all four windows are fully automatic. And we'll take a look around the exterior. The exterior colour is called Palladium Silver Metallic. This particular E-Class came out in 2013. It's got full LED headlights, as well as LED running day lamps. Yeah, you can also see the front parking sensors. It's got very nice chrome trim at the bottom of the front bumper too. And of course the AMG styling pack looks really, really nice in this car. It's got new bumpers, side skirts and wheels. Specifically, it has these 18-inch twin 5-spoke alloys, which look really, really nice, and it's also got the AMG logo as well. It also has cross-drilled ventilated front steel disc brakes, and it has solid discs in the rear. It's also got the independent McPherson strut suspension up front with a multi-link rear suspension. Also has the LED indicators on the exterior mirrors. LED tail lamps, and you can just see the new side skirts as well. This car also has twin exhausts. Boot space is also very good. It's got 540 litres of room. So it's your spare wheel. Electric controls for the passenger seat as well, and also, as you can see, there's just a little storage net as well. It's also got large front intakes. So let's power on the E-Class and see how it sounds. The engine is a 2.1 litre twin turbocharged diesel. It produces 204 brake horsepower with a top speed of 150 miles per hour. It also puts out 368 foot-pounds of torque, and Mercedes claim that this car can do about 54 miles to the gallon. So we'll just finish up the review now. I really like the 2014 E-Class. I think this is a very, very beautiful car. The interior is just so nicely well put together. The multimedia interface is very easy to use. It's not complicated at all. And as you can see, I just really like the way they've done the vents and the little controls for them here. You know, just these tiny little details, including the analog clock, really make this car. It's just so nicely well laid out. And I actually really do like the transmission being located up here. It's actually kind of what you used to see with American cars. I don't know how many American cars still do that, but you used to see it with their old pickup trucks and whatnot. That's where I first seen it anyway. But it's nice seeing conveniently located up there. It's easy to use and so on. And also from the outside, I think this car looks absolutely fantastic in general, but the AMG styling kit really does add to it. It has very nice wheels, the body kit looks quite good. And then we get to the engine. This being the E250, it's got the twin turbo diesel, plenty of power, and I imagine when you put your foot down, this car pulls really hard, especially with them two turbochargers. It's also very spacious, extremely comfortable. It's just a really good car in general. I should also mention, this is my first time ever filming at Shane Connolly Motors. Now, it's not like most dealerships I go to. It's actually just kind of a little small business Shane Connolly himself opened up. So it's just a little garage, and he's got a lot of nice cars. Most of his cars usually consist of BMWs, Audis and Mercedes, such as this. A lot of them are taken over from England as ex-demonstrators. So I filmed this E-Class today, and I do plan on coming back here because he does have a few other Mercedes for me to review. He has the previous generation of the C-Class. He has an AMG Sport version of that, and he also has the current generation of the E250 Coupe. So plenty of really nice cars for me to come back here and do. So I actually said on Facebook there a little over a week or two ago that I'm going to be getting a lot more executive German cars such as this on my channel. So hopefully this will be the main place I come to for them particular cars. Looks very nice in this palladium silver as well. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed this full in-depth tour of the 2014 Mercedes E250 AMG Sport. Please remember to rate, comment and subscribe, and please stay tuned. There are plenty more videos to come. Thanks for watching everyone.